Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm of course Bogai, and today we'll be continuing with Ostriv. This will be episode 13. I hope you're all enjoying it as much as I am. Although I know sometimes you enjoy games more when you're playing them yourselves rather than watching them. All the same, if you remember on our last episode, episode 12, we'd start to reconstruct this area over near the church. We've got rid of that semicircle that we had over here originally. Just to go over what we have got, we've got the school back over in this corner. As you can see, we've got some children there, and we've got a lot more houses in here as well. Some more getting built up, and then we've got our nice little market stalls down the front here, which I believe are actually putting in some materials, which is good. Some stocks. We've got some sunflower oil already. Some raspberries and potatoes, onions. Onions seems to be massive at the moment. We've obviously had at some point cabbages, beetroot, and honey. Otherwise, it wouldn't be showing the items there. And we've got plenty of fish, wood, and cucumbers. So it's all going pretty well. Carrots and cloth, and we've got the stock there. So this area is pretty much self-sufficient, and it's doing its job. We've got the two bakeries here. The granaries. Same thing. Granary, bakery. Maybe not. But they're all here as well, as you can see. If I push that, I might actually let it on. I can't tell. I can't remember. We've got our tannery also located over on the far here, and our shoemaker is in the back there. This is our old tannery, which we need to still get rid of and emptied, and the same goes for this as well, which is currently emptying. So we've still got our carpenters, our smithy and forester over here as well. So that'll be helping us as we go through, and we also managed to remember to put a clay pit in. So we're going to continue, guys. Again, we've still got this issue regards to this still not disappearing, but that's partly because we need to get this firewood up to the stocks required, and then once it's there, we can then get rid of all this lot. And with that in mind, we might want to up that so it's a little bit higher, and then we can finally get rid of it. And we also making a bit of cash on the tannery. And as you remember, we upped the actual taxes for that as well. So as you can see there, we're now got it to 3 as a monthly wage. Our manager's 375, labourers are 250, and obviously we've put the tax up on that as well. Let's just have a look. Tax on anyone over $100, 100 gold. We'll put that up to 45 as well. And as you can see, it's currently December 1950. We've got 239 residents, and that's because we lost the load while we were setting all this up. Again, guys, we've got a couple of this white stripping going across, which I think is something to do with the latest update, but it's not got any massive impact on the game. We're going to press fast forward now, guys, and start getting some more of these houses built up, and hopefully get some additional people in as well. And hopefully we've still got our workers working on the factory. Another house built, which is all good. We've got someone moved in there straight away. And by the end of the day, guys, this area should be built back up. And what I'm actually thinking as well is, if we continue here with the smaller houses, and then we may put some larger houses across the front here with some gardens. Although at the moment I'm actually kind of classing this like an industrial area, so maybe we might just put the fields in as I mentioned previously. So we should have another 4 houses to go in here, which we have, which is good to see. And let's just we've got this house currently on pause, which I'm actually going to cancel off. Same goes for this. And that is a Thatcher. Don't need that either. And then we've got the slaughterhouse. And I'm going to remove the slaughterhouse purely on the fact that we're not actually using this area at all at the moment. And we've got the construction office going in the back of here, and a little warehouse on the back there as well. So we just got into 1751. This is still becoming a bit of a hindrance because we could do with getting this out the way altogether. I'm going to come over to here and we're going to continue with putting some houses in here. What I'm actually going to do is change this up slightly. So if we go in here and we're going to go again with the village homes, the smaller ones. And see if we can get a couple just along. If I go that way on, we may get some across. We might get one at the back there. Put the two in at the side first, and then we'll see how we get on. For some reason, I don't know what it was, but there was a shadow there, and I actually thought I was about to step in into a fence, and there's not even a fence there, which is actually a good thing because it means I can definitely put two houses where I wanted to do, which is going to be across the back here. Can't put one there at the moment because we've got stuff in place, which one is the actual gate, which we can take out. We don't need it. But the other stuff in the way is the remains of the other buildings. Would be so much nice if they just already moved it. Oh, it's actually a bench of all things. We should be able to get that in there now. Like so. And then we're going to do exactly the same down the side here and get another two in. Although it does mean cutting some trees down, but it's all good because that's all getting redone anyway. And we are going to have to move the actual well. Let's just get that up there. That should come out. And what we'll actually do is we'll possibly have a pathway go through here as well. This will probably get, looking at the way we've got this up, we'll have a fence going across here once we've got the house in, and they'll be able to get into the food market if they need to over here. And then we might be able to mimic that on this side also once we've got these other two in. Yeah, I did actually put that in there, didn't I? So I didn't have a path going down the side of it. That'll be something I have to look at. Not to mention I'll have to make sure I put plenty of seats in, because let's face it, if we don't, these guys go for a wander. They don't know where to rest. But I'm just going to make sure all these bigger houses have actually got them in, which they have. We've got a couple down there as well. That is well in the wrong place. Just a random chair. And that is not letting me demolish it for some reason. Can't understand why. We might have to come back to that one, but at the moment we've got a random chair. Right, let's go back in here and we're going to put a couple of benches just in front of these. We need to rotate this round. I'm just wondering if we can actually get a well in there. I'd be surprised if we can. It would have been nice. Now I'm looking at that, guys. I'm thinking, let me just pause that house a minute. I'm starting to wonder whether we should put the path going straight through there still. Because I think it looks a bit of a mess without it, with it like that. Let's just cancel that before they build it. Let's take this out. Not ideal. In fact, we'll wait till we get to one of these up here made. And then what we'll do is we'll move the actual residence over and then we can put the additional stuff in here. This is going to have to go. Also. But while we're waiting, we can now go ahead and continue up here. We can put the home in there. Like so. I think there's a slight path down the middle of there. It wasn't planned, but we'll leave it in. And then we're just going to look at how that fence is currently looking. We may have a little gap there, which we'll have to fill in after we've done it. And we're going to put a fence going across the back of here. Like so. And then this area, we'll probably put a couple of we're going to put a couple of bushes on the back of this just to make it a little bit pretty. We'll put a couple of trees in there. Make sure I'm getting the right trees that I've been using before, which I have got. And then we'll put a couple of shrubs in as well. We want the Harilka, so we'll buy all that for the pub. Because why not? Yeah, we've got these little shrubs. So we're going to put these shrubs down the side across this fence. And once we've got these houses in, we'll do a similar thing down here, and we're going to put a little seating area in there, I think. When I can find where the gazebos are. A little reading area where people can just go and relax. And then, because of obviously we've taken the well away, we'll have to make sure we put another one back in. Which we could possibly put behind that home. I don't know if that'll be a good idea or not, with it being so close to the actual reading area. Or we could literally put it at the side of that. But that'll be on the main path, I think. It won't hurt being there, though, to be quite honest. It'll just mean people have got to walk past it, because it's only the exit that's going to be there. Right, that house is up and running. Unfortunately, people are living in it. That is going to have to come down, which we'll have to keep an eye on this home. What we're building at the moment. We've got 3 families moving out. Why? No firewood and no water. There's a well there. Have they got no firewood? No excuse. No reason why anyone will be moving out. over here. Another one moving out. Just as one moves out. Moving out, couldn't find enough food at the market. Oh, okay. Yeah, I must admit, right, they haven't got anything in there at all. Oh, we've messed up there. I can't believe I missed that. Straight away, that's gone in. We've got that. Good. Let's just make sure we actually give these things that can actually get as well. And they should have all these ticked to do. I don't see why they have issues with meat, because we've definitely got it. Or firewood is an issue there. Harilka, we've just bought 4,000 of it, so that should be alright, or 400. And as you remember, guys, Harilka is an alcoholic drink. Very similar to that of vodka. So they're moving out because they couldn't find any food on the market as well. So we are going to have to make sure we get things made up pretty quickly. I'm hoping no one's living in there. They are. I'm going to have to keep an eye on this because I need to get these out and over there so I can get this built. That's that one getting built now. Right, okay. We'll keep an eye on that as quick as we can. See how things are going, because I want to get these moved over there as quick as possible. Boom. No one. You taking the mick. Okay. Well, they're working all the way over there, are they? So have we got a home over here that's due to be demolished? Right, if that is the case, we have homes over here that people have just moved out of. And we need to find one that's empty and see if we can move that family into it. They're probably being occupied by now. Ah, on hold. Right. So that family there. Relocate. Here. Now I need to go around and make sure I haven't got anything else laying around. By the way, guys, if you do enjoy Ostriv and this type of game, you might want to check out my previous playlist that I've started. I'll put a card in the top right hand corner so you can check it out. It's called Patron. Relatively new game, but very similar. I would also say possibly a little bit more difficult to some extent. But again, beautiful graphics. And that they're all fine. This spider nest web thing going over here is becoming a little bit annoying, but not a lot we can do about it at this moment in time. This area is starting to break down now, which is good. Must turn everything back on. And we should have a little walkway. We don't actually have the walkway there, but it's not an issue. Another family moving out. Let me just make sure it's not to do with food. And it is to do with food. Right, if that is the case, guys, well, I think we're going to have to start concentrating on getting some more houses put in with food offerings. And we also need to get a hell of a lot more food fields created. I'm going to pause at a moment while we... In fact, I won't. I'll leave it going. Over here, we've got a lot more fields. And I think we've just got a new one put in. We have. So I think we're going to have to concentrate on getting some more over here. I did mention previously about potentially putting a field in here. And I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. We've got the hay bales also that I mentioned. We're just going to scatter these across the back of here. In fact, that's not what I thought they were, but not to worry. Mine went completely blank on that one. We may put a chicken coop over here as well. Although I'm guessing what we could actually do is we've got one farm over here. It wouldn't hurt us from putting a farm in this area, to be quite honest. A lot more families moving out. We're not going to worry about anything at the moment. I'm just going to concentrate on this. If we was to put maybe a farm just across this back wall here, and start looking at expanding some fields out here. And let's just rotate him round. Get that in there straight off. And then we can start looking at producing like a walkway through here. We'll have some fields across the back, because we've got to bear in mind, guys, that this red line is our boundary. Which I can't see at the moment. My man's gone colorblind, I think. We'll put some additional stuff in here. But one thing I am going to do is put a field along here, and maybe a chicken coop, and maybe some cow sheds and so on. And then we're going to look at getting some additional stores going across here as well. So if we look at possibly getting in a weaver and a shoemaker, or in fact we could do with getting a saddler. I don't think we've actually got a saddler in place at the moment. But I might just wait off a little bit longer on recovering this bit up here, because we've still got all these to go. I'm going to get these houses in quickly. Now that house is gone, I can put these two back in. I appreciate it's not going to let me do that until that wood's been taken. Like so. And one thing I've never done is copy your building. And that way you guarantee they're both going to look the same. I should have done that a bit more often, actually. And then these houses will look a bit more similar when they're next to each other. But we know for a fact a building will go in there now. It's saying there's something down there, but I don't see what it is. And then over here, we'll also be going ahead and putting in a new fishing dock. Along with... In fact, let me just double check that, because we might have them laying around doing nothing at the moment. Those are all fine. Again, fine. Not doing anything. All good. But if that is the case, we might not need to build another boatyard at the moment. And these will get used once we start repopulating this area. And because we're going to have the farm over here, it's only right that we look at possibly getting windmills in to do that grain. And they're saying they're actually out, they're out of space and they're full. Yet we've got places that need building. We need wood and we need firewood. As you can see, this town at the moment, guys, fully sufficient, not having any problems whatsoever. No food symbols. That's just to say that the storage is full. Yet over here, a completely different story. Again, these are just saying that the stocks are full. Actually, this is not doing too bad at the moment. So I'm going to get these sorted, guys, and I'll be back with a moment, because I appreciate there's quite a lot up there that needs to be completed. So I'll go through, I'll get all these put into place, and then we'll come back and see where we are. But I shall be back with you in a moment. February 1952, we've got 295 residents, and we'll see where we are when we come back. And as you can just see there, the farm is complete. So we'll let these run through, and I'll be back with you. So here we are, guys, November 1957. We've now got 313 residents. And just to show you what has actually changed, we've had a couple more deaths, unfortunately, but that's just, you know, one of those things. These houses now been replaced, and we've put a couple more houses here, as you can see. And all these houses are now being put in as well. While I've been waiting for these to go through, some of the stuff that we're waiting for, like this, be taken down. Part of it, the reason why half of these haven't been taken is because we had no metal parts to get draft horses in to move some stuff. So I'm in the process of getting that sorted. Over here, we've actually got the fishing boat set up and the windmill. Although at the moment we've got no actual workers. We're going to change that now, hopefully. And we'll take all these. Get a couple of workers on that. We've got the farm up running up here now as well, guys. We've got 2 fields currently going, and we've also got a chicken coop put in as well over this area, and a well. And they're just looking at hopefully getting some food supplies over here ready to get our first stocks of chickens over here. And then what I've also done over here, guys, as you can probably see, there's a slight difference. This is the school. On the back of the school, we've actually got a stable and a storage facility, and we've actually put the slaughterhouse there as well. And I've started putting a path through here for the tunnels, so we can start building the back of here. And we've actually got a gateway going into the back of the church as well. Now, what I've just put in as recently, you've probably just seen it happen there. We've actually got another thatcher in as well, because we're going to need to make sure we can fill these up here in regards to getting food. We're currently in December, so I can leave that on like that. We can apply, and we're just going to make sure. Yep. We've got that up and running as well. While we're here, before I forget, we might as well get some hay bales, hay stacks put in, hay dryers put in as well. We're just going to put them around the vicinity of the actual patch this time, rather than a bit further out. Very close to the river's bed, or river edge, I should say. And then what we'll probably start looking at as well, guys, we'll probably put some houses across here so we can expand around this area. Obviously, if you're working in a farm, you're going to want a house pretty close by, I would have thought. And then we'll look at getting a sheep farm over here and a cow shed. Or at least that's the plan. And we've ordered some draft horses. Hopefully we've got them, and we have. We've ordered some horses. We've got 2 draft horses. Wowzers. There we go. Let's just have a look. What have we got in here? We've got about tax. I'm going to put that up to 15 because I think they're going to need it. So we can now start looking at getting things drafted and getting things moved around now a little bit quicker. I don't think the one over here yet. Oh, he's actually stayed there. I'm very, very surprised. And we've also got a slaughterhouse here as well, guy, which is our first slaughterhouse, I think. No, it's our second, tell a lie. We're going to go in here, make sure we've got all that set up, which we have. And we'll put 1 person on there as well. Hopefully we don't have to use it for any horses, ideally. And we've got that 1 field just getting prepared. And then we're going to start looking at moving up this coastal area and putting some houses in. In fact, we could probably go ahead and do that now. It won't hurt. And I think across here, guys, we're going to put a load of garden houses. Just because it'll help with the stocks, and not only that, it looks nicer. But I'm literally going, I don't know whether to start online with that fence or just bring it a little bit further back. And I've got to think, I'll take this into consideration as well. So if we work it from here, then we can work it back. And then we'll F1 this one, and we'll just make this slightly bigger. This also helps in regards to the getting some of these stocks emptied. That will help. What another thing I've noticed as well, guys, is because we've put this granary here and this market stall, it's very close to this one, which we knew at the start when I first put it in. But I'm in 2 minds whether to relocate this a bit further down this area compensate. Or take it out altogether, because of this we compensating these here, as will this. We've got this one here that's pretty close, which will cover this area as well. But we are going to have to put one at the back here when we start building over there, or across here somewhere. And make sure we've got plenty of food. Now, we don't necessarily have to have the granaries there, guys. We only have to have the stalls. We can get the food from the granaries from anywhere. We don't necessarily have to have a granary anywhere near where the market stalls are. So we could end up with just the market stalls, maybe just in a little area across here, and then they can get them from this granary or from that granary, or granaries, as it happens. 317 residents, so it is all coming along pretty damn quick at the moment. And we are going to have a path going now moving forward through the back of here. So I'm actually going to go ahead and we're going to put a weaver's shop and a shoemaker's shop across this row here. I think we could put that one there like so. Bear in mind, this actual building is not going to be there for much longer. We've got the weaver, and we can put a tailor just to the side. I think that was a weaver. Let me just double check before I place that one. Was. And we'll put the tailor just to the behind it. Like so. And then we've still got this decent run through here should we need it. I've also put chairs around, scattered around the place as well, guys. We don't need any around here. And as you can see, we're having a bit of an issue with food again. But I can't really do anything with this over here. And I think what we're going to do on the back of this, guys, we'll put a sheep pen and a cow pen. We haven't got actually any sheep over here. But in fact, we haven't got any sheep at all at the moment. So let's just... Is it on the other side? Cow shed, we know about. We're going to need a pigsty over here actually as well. And now that I've figured out the issue, I just reset on the resources. We might actually manage to keep the pigs alive this time. I don't see anything in there regards to sheep. Is it on the other one? I can't imagine it would be. Am I just not looking in the right place? Let's have a look. Sheep farm, there we are. I'm going to put this on that way as well. The reason why I'm actually doing these so they're facing in, guys, is because I can imagine if animals are on a facing a river, it might bring too much cold air into them, and then they might not like it, and they might die. Although, let's face it, they're going to get cold air no matter where they go. So we've got chicken coop. We're going to have the sheep pen there. We're going to have a field, and then opposite the sheep, I think we'll put a pig pen in, or pig sty. You know what I mean? We're accompanied by Summit. Oh yeah, we're just overlapping. Obviously, you can imagine a lot of trees are going to need taken out as we do this. And I'm just going to take into consideration that I am planning on putting a path through here. But as we know, we're rejigging all this area anyway, so these might get moved at some point. I was originally going to put the cow pen in there, near this stable, but then it's too close to the slaughterhouse. Is that a bad thing? Maybe not. Let's put one in anyway. Oh, that's bigger than I thought. It's possibly going to overlap that tunnel. Ooh, are we going to get that in there? We might just get that squeezed in. Exactly. That is literally butt up against that there. Like I say, we've got a warehouse here. I haven't done anything with it as yet, because I don't think we're going to need it. In fact, let's just have a quick look. Sheepskins can go in here. Wool. Seems we're on the cow hides. And then broadcloth. Would you set them both to 2,500 each? I believe these only actually hold 10,000. We can take from other warehouses. Actually, just press select all. Apply to all in it. Put a person or two in there. What we like in regards to workers, we've got plenty of vacancies. However, we have just lost a family moving out. It's probably down to food. Moving out, not enough food. To be honest with you, I forgot these houses even existed. We've got our other field now. So on here, we've got the wheat and the buckwheat. Here, I'm going to say apples there. It's potatoes and herbs. Not herbs, hemp. So let's go with some flax. Can we get flax and sunflower in here? I think we can, as it happens. In fact, if we go fallow, sunflower, flax, sunflower. Activate that field. And again, we're at 225 people now, guys. That is not good. That is a lot of people moving out, unfortunately. We're going to be below 200 residents at this rate, guys. This could be the end of this village, the way I'm building it. But it is one of those things. Our major issue, as you can see, guys, is food being the biggest culprit, which is why a lot of people are moving out. A hell of a lot of people moving out. We have actually got this area here now, so I think what we may do, we can't really build here. We need to have access to the thatcher. So what I may do is put a couple of stalls down here. Let's just get these now and put these in. We'll put them literally on the back of there. Before we do, let's just see what they've got for us. Dried potatoes, dried fish, salad. We're just going to buy the lot. Let's face it, we need it. We're going to buy a couple of pigs. In fact, we'll buy all 10 of them. See how we're getting on. We definitely need those metal parts to fix all the stuff that we've got ongoing. We don't need any more cows at the moment. Although cows do provide. We need 5 ox though. We need the ox. So let's get the ox bought. We'll keep an eye on that because we need more ox. So that we can get the plows sorted out for the fields. So let's go ahead and put these in here. In fact, I don't like that. Let's just take them out. Just go back down and we'll have a look at this at a different angle. If we go back into there like so. Got 7 in. That'll help us get a couple of the foods here. So let's just go straight in. Beef. Metal parts. We'll grab them. That's what we wanted. There was something else I just mentioned I wanted, but I can't think of it. Oh, it was the cows, wasn't it? That's right. So let me just, before we go any further, guys, Just pause that there for a moment. Let's just click on this and make sure we go apply to wall and apply to wall. Then these should get it, and these should start filling up as well now. We still left it, so we've got a path going around the back of it and down the side, and obviously you can go past this way as well. So we should have some ox now. Bear in mind we just ordered some. So this is the farm, and they've got 3 plows ordered, and I need to make sure that we've done the same over here. What we got here? No workers to take care of the animal. Right, okay, that's not a problem. What we'll do is we'll take one from the other places. That's it. Stable in it. So if we go over to this stable. We can take that person off. These are finally getting repaired. Hopefully, guys, we should start seeing plows getting done, made, and the actual, was it a bull? I think it was bull. Oxen, oxen getting sorted. I'm just going to continue. We need to get some more houses in here. Just because it will help, hopefully help, with food and getting more residents into the place. But that is it for episode 13, guys. It's becoming one of those things at the moment where we're battling with the resources, but the only way to get around that is by making sure we've got enough fields, enough farms, and obviously enough residents in. So by the time we come back to this for next episode, guys, I will make sure that the stuff at the top of the screen is all being completed, and then we'll start on a clean build again. On that note, guys, take care. Hope you are all okay and staying well. Again, if you're enjoying this, guys, don't forget to check out the card or the end screen. We have got a similar series going on with Patreon. And yeah, take care. Ciao for now. I'll see you in the next one.